Good day, YouTube. This is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just a new video here on RITEAID. I've never talked about them on the channel. Came across some information. They're having a great day, it looks like. I've watched this one off and on, always stayed away from it. I think when I first looked at it, it was like a $2 stock. I mean, that was years ago, but I almost wish I would have bought some now, but you can see what it's done here in the last year. I think when I first started watching it, it was somewhere back in here, like November of 2017, right around in here. That would have been probably the perfect time to buy, but I didn't have the greatest hopes for this one. I mean, even right there would have been a great time to buy it. Especially that run-up. That's a huge run-up. But like I said, I haven't really watched this one all that close. It's been kind of up and down all over the place. But it looks like it's doing pretty well. So, but just come across some information and thought I'd do a video on it and see who out there has this one. So, kind of kicking myself for not buying it now. So, even at that 50-60 cent range, and even if you'd have sold out right in here, would have been a good profit. But this one's been up and down, volatile. Looks like it's been slowly going down over the last year. In the last 3 months, it's down 8.8%. It's actually up in the last month, almost 14%. Looks kind of like a snake. So a great run up in here, even if you had a bought, what was that, yesterday? That's crazy. And here's a look at today. So up 18% just today. So that would have been a sweet option there, but I missed it. But this is RITEAID, ticker RAD. Like I said, if you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments. This is in the retail pharmacy and pharmacy services. Retail pharmacy segment includes branded and generic prescription drugs, health, and beauty aids. Been around since 1962, and maybe they're making a comeback, I don't know. Tons of volume today, 5.58, and the average is just under 2 million. $849 million market cap and a 52-week low of 1150, 52-week high of 3248. And I got some information come out about this one, and it's every time I've looked at this one, it's always been as a sell, but this has got a 1-year price target of 13, so actually down a little bit. RITEAID raises adjusted EBITDA guidance, lowers revenue forecast. And this is just dated here today, you can see. So adjusted earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Guidance for fiscal 2022 and forecast a narrower adjusted loss per share while lowering revenue guidance. The healthcare services and retail company lowered its fiscal 2022 revenue guidance in between $24.4 billion and $24.7 billion. Pharmacy services segment revenue is expected to be between $7.1 billion and $7.2 billion. So it looks like they're trying to restructure the company and do some different things. Forecast for adjusted EBITDA was between $500 million and $520 million, higher than September's guidance of $460 million and $500 million. In raising the adjusted EBITDA guidance, RITEAID cited momentum in the third quarter and an anticipated increase in demand for the vaccine and testing versus prior expectations. RITEAID fiscal Q3 earnings snapshot. And this is a little bit more information about their earnings. On Tuesday, reported a loss of $36.1 million in its fiscal third quarter. The Campbell, Pennsylvania-based company said it had a loss of 67 cents per share. Earnings adjusted for one-time gains and costs came to 15 cents per share. Drugstore chain posted revenue of $6.23 billion in the period. RITEAID expects full year results to range from a loss of 49 cents per share to a loss of 4 cents per share, with revenue in the range of $24.4 billion to $24.7 billion. Drugstore chain RITEAID to close at least 63 stores in the coming months, and this is just 2 hours ago. So the RITEAID announced today it planned to shutter at least 63 stores as it reassesses how many locations it needs in the United States. Company said the closure were identified as part of an ongoing revenue and anticipates it will find additional shops to close in the next several months. RITEAID said its goal is to reduce costs and boost profitability. So maybe we'll see a steady trading sideways and keep that stock price up. It's hard to say what will happen with this one. Drugstore chain RITEAID said Tuesday it plans to shutter 63 stores. RITEAID said the goal is to reduce costs, boost profitability, and build a healthy foundation. That's what we need on a lot of stocks, a lot of companies. That is the key. Posted mixed financial results on Tuesday, although it earned more than expected on an adjusted basis. Its sales for 3 months ended November 27 came in lower than analysts expected. The retailer also cut its outlook for sales for the fiscal year. A list of dozens of RITEAID plans to shut wasn't immediately available. RITEAID operates more than 2,400 retail pharmacy locations in the United States. Last month, drugstore rival CVS said it will close roughly 900 stores over the next 3 years as it adjusts to shoppers who are buying more online. Both CVS and Walgreens have been focusing more effort on digital growth and turning stores into destinations that offer a range of healthcare services, from flu shots to diagnostic tests. RITEAID stock jumps after surprise adjusted profit, store closures announced. And this is just 3 hours ago. So again, kind of some of the same information. RITEAID shares rose 2.4% in Tuesday pre-market trading after the pharmacy retailer reported a surprise third quarter adjusted profit and announced dozens of store closures. So it almost kind of makes me wonder if earnings were to turn out bad, then they were going to announce some store closings, and if earnings were going to turn out good, maybe they would keep the stores open. That's just the thought. Net loss totaled $36.1 million or 67 cents per share after net income of $4.3 billion or 8 cents per share last year. And this goes over some more financials. Feel free to pause and go over those there for yourself. You can find all this right on MSN Money. And RITEAID Q3 sells miss Street View, reveals store closure plan. And this is just some more information for those of you that like bigger print. There you go. So again, adjusted EPS of 15 compared to 40 cents a year ago, but a turnaround from a loss of 41 cents per share. There it goes over some more earnings and store closures. It seems like a lot, 63 stores. I've never seen a RITEAID location. I don't think there's any around here unless there's only 1 or 2 left, but they're kind of sparse. But if you've ever been to one, go ahead and list that in the comments. Here kind of goes over some guidance for revenue. Company expects a net loss. And some price action. Stock is up 4.8% at $13 during the pre-market session on last check on Thursday. Nothing there on Reddit. Over here on StockTwits, currently at 14.53. with a 52-week low of 1150, high of 3248, market cap of 691 million, and volume of 5.7 million. RAD shorts on fire. That's awesome. Somebody put a lot of thought into that one. RITEAID stock rises on surprise positive earnings. And there's a report. It's not enough just get to make a good profit on this. And there you go. Merry Christmas, Bulls. And Merry Christmas is right. Everything's in the green today. I did an option on AT&T last week. I was wanting it to hit 24, and now it's starting above 24, and it's up to 24.72. So I totally missed the week doing an option on that one, but everything's green today. Kind of bizarre, so almost kind of scary. Probably be some profit taking tomorrow, I suppose, and Thursday, but we will just have to wait and see. But that's all that I have on RAD over here on tip ranks at 1452 and a 10% downside, showing a moderate sell. 13 is the average, 15 for the high, 11 for the low. But like I said, that's all I have on RAD. If you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments, or if you got in this morning or did an option, you'd still done all right. And I'm sure there's going to be some profit taking here if there hasn't already. So, but very interesting chart here, the way it's went up over the last week. That's just kind of crazy. So, but I don't have any of this one, so if you do, list it in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information you care to share, and so you can spread the word about RITEAID. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.